Anti-Elon Musk protesters are taking their anger out on Tesla cars and dealerships. We have brand new photos of the man accused of firebombing a Tesla dealership in Salem, Oregon.
Who did it?
Causing $500,000 worth of damage. Surveillance
so this
photos
is the guy.
Show the suspect walking towards the Tesla dealership before Molotov cocktails were thrown at the building. A red Tesla bursting into flames, and then the suspect allegedly threw a rock and shattered the dealership window. When investigators arrived on the scene, they found more Molotov cocktails in the parking lot. And on top of this violence, the liberal media is now mocking Elon Musk.
That's crazy.
Celebrating the failure of SpaceX's latest rocket launch. Watch.
Tonight, Elon Musk blew something up and disrupted the lives of thousands of Americans. For the second time in less than 2 months, a rocket launched by Elon Musk's company SpaceX exploded and rained potentially dangerous debris down over a wide area of Earth, causing real chaos for planes and airline passengers.
It is the second consecutive Starship test flight from Elon Musk's company to end with destruction.
All I could think about was, oh, I can't sing.
No, please don't. That's good. That's good. We got it.
That's good, bro. He's so fucking annoyed. He's trying to get her to stop. He knows this is cooked, man.
Was, oh, I can't sing.
No, please don't.
Please don't.
That's good. That's good. We got it.
We got it. Yeah.
We understand how painful that was for y'all out there.
Man.
Just as watching these things blow up. His response to all of this was rockets are hard. And Mr. Musk...
I bet they are. Yeah, rockets are hard. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's a good point.
They're so hard. Why don't you go back to your day job and work that out? And leave those of us who do government to do government, because you can't do both.
Man. So it was a test flight. In order to do a test flight, you have to have, like, NASA had failures too. NASA had tons of failures. Look at the, was it Columbia, or I forgot even which one it was, like burned up all those people, right? It started with the C. So the entire idea of this is a Challenger. Was it Challenger? Okay, there you go. And the entire premise of this is that, like, scientific iteration is not a, just a lateral curve where you're not lateral, but like a literal curve where it just gets better and better and better. That's not what happens. How do you think that?
Wait,
Linear.
he doesn't do government. I thought they got rid of him at the RNC because he doesn't do government.
A TV host, yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Nobody would ever confuse me with doing government. I mean, unless I wanted to.
You wouldn't lie about it either.
No.
Here's the thing. It's so patently unacceptable, I think, to root for any kind of damage like that, because there's a real fine line between burning cars in the parking lot and, oh, it's only, damage to things. What if someone was working late? What if you threw and the wind gusted? There is no end to the possibilities. And for there to cheer failure...
If these people could pull people in Teslas out of their cars and beat the shit out of them, they would do that. The only reason that they don't do that is it's too risky. That's the truth, is that if you're the kind of person that's willing to destroy the vehicles, you would also hurt the people that are in the vehicles. That's the real reason.
Of that rocket ship, for them to cheer burning of Tesla car. There is no place for that here.
Wild shit, it is.
So the question that I have, and the liberal network that, look, and they were by the grace of God could go anybody, but right now they're failing miserably and firing their people. So I couldn't be all wrong on that. But why would you wish for the death of the American economy? Why would you be against Americans? I don't think this is new. This is like when we saw
this was the same thing during COVID, is that people were happy that COVID was happening because it made Donald Trump look bad. This is the exact same thing.
Prop up of anti-Semitism in this country last year. Where do you think it lived? Right next door. So these people who hold these views against America, this isn't like some rash that just came on. No, this is an infectious thing that's been around for a long time, and this is how they really feel. So think about that when they try to get you to vote for them.
Imagine celebrating humanity failing to advance scientifically. Some people might want to move to North Korea. I mean, I think that's a great use of our tax money. Yeah, If they want to go to North Korea, I'd pay for it. Absolutely. Bill Maher already said he wanted a recession so Trump wouldn't win. Yeah, I think it was a pretty popular sentiment around then that, and this is the thing, right? It's a bunch of rich people who will never live with any consequences of the economy in like a real sense. So they're okay celebrating and pushing for a recession or pushing for some sort of economic downturn because it's not going to hurt them and it makes the people that they don't like look bad. That's it.
As Michael still tries to convince you that he's in government, think about that. He's a talk show host.
And innovation does not come, obviously, without trial and error. There are multiple no's before the yes. Every superstar has that story. Professional athletes, Olympians, and the like, including our space program, like the Mercury program, where there were explosions and losses of life. So to mock this trial and error period for someone that is putting themselves out there for the betterment of society, to me, just shows how ignorant these talking heads are, how embarrassing that they are, that they're continued to be given amplified.
Well, that's why they're getting their shows canceled. It's because they're unlikable, obnoxious, stupid, and annoying. And ultimately, people aren't watching them. That's the real reason.
Positions.
Yeah, I mean, what they're trying to do is they realize they don't have a message, as we talked about, to the American people. So what they're trying to do is make Elon Musk this boogeyman. And they want him to be the boogeyman, just maybe kind of drive up turnout from Democrats in midterms and have really stoke fear as if Elon Musk is doing something so spooky when really all he's doing is trying to make our government more efficient, trying to root out a lot of the waste, fraud, and abuse. And so what do? You just start running these stories, mocking someone who is really, as you said, trying to focus on American innovation, which is something that benefits all Americans, not just one side of the aisle, but all Americans benefit from these types of explorations. And so it's sad to see somebody on the news making that kind of play.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard that.
I'm sure there's a degree of personal interest and self-gain that Elon gets from making the government more efficient and being involved with the government. But I mean, I feel like if you asked, like 10 years ago, if you asked people, do you think the government wastes money on stupid shit? I bet 99 people out of 100 would say yes. So the entire, like, it's been very weird that this opinion that seemingly every single person has is now considered politicized. When everybody knows the government wastes money. 100% does, but it's not solely self-interest. Well, what's most important is if they're doing something that's bad. I think doing something out of self-interest isn't a bad thing as long as the outcome is good for more people. Or it's not bad for other people.
Steele, leave government to those of us who do government. Mr. Steele, we tried that. And you know what you gave us? $36 trillion in debt, $9.1 trillion in inflation, 8 million people crossing the border, the fall of a country and the death of 13 heroes, and wars in 2 others. So we've let the government people try, and they've failed. Now let Elon Musk.
I don't believe in the myth of experts in a lot of these cases. I think that these people that run the government are probably just fucking morons. Like, one thing that I've learned is that most people in most places are morons. Just in a general sense. Like, not anything specific, just overall.
And Donald Trump. And rooting against SpaceX, for those who did that in that soundbite, they're trying to get 2 astronauts who have been stranded since the Biden administration out of space. So don't you dare root against SpaceX. Root for those 2 astronauts.
Yeah, and if you are...
It's destructive and reductive to actively root against it. Yeah, there's no reason to do that.
Up to a Tesla dealership dressed all in black, throwing Molotov cocktails and causing a car to explode. That's not just vandalism. That's a threat against somebody's life, and it should be treated as such.
She's right. Yeah.
It absolutely is. And apparently, there are so many threats against Elon Musk right now, according to Lawrence, that his private security team had to be deputized so they could bring their gun to more events around the president. So it's just very unfortunate. This rhetoric only causes more damage.
Which is why it's incumbent upon those figures to understand the influence they have and to condemn all of this violence and to not cheer for failures.
God damn. Yeah, it's really weird as fuck, man. It is extremely fucking weird that these people are doing this. Like, I don't even know what to say about it. Yeah, regressing to apes. Yeah, I mean, like, it's, yeah, they would rather that happen than for people to be honest, right?